Adrian Denny going to be joined now by the head coach and general manager of the Utah Grizzlies, Tim Branham. And coach, as you start to assemble this roster with the help from the Colorado Eagles, I think you're seeing a lot of similarities in the model that the Avalanche and the Eagles used for the last two seasons, a model that works pretty good back-to-back Kelly Cup champions.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think we're working real tight with the Avalanche, and we've said from the beginning, and they've said from the beginning that they want to be really involved with this organization, and making sure that we're developing the players from within, and they've proven that the last two seasons that model works, and we're excited to be a part of it. I think when they can show the faith in us, and that they're going to help us out, and you really utilize our players down here and in this organization, we feel pretty good about it.
Well, let's start with the goaltending depth, because we've seen the Eagles have three goalies the last two seasons, two Avalanche goalies, one that they signed, and it looks like we're going to have the same here with two Colorado Avalanche goalies and one goalie that you go out and sign.
Yeah, that's the game plan right now. I think barring injuries and things like that, and that's the plan, is to have two contract guys here in Utah, and then also have us sign another guy on an ECHL deal. I think over in the course of the last few seasons, we see that you really utilize that third goalie. They might have to buy their time for a little bit, for a month or so, but injuries and call-ups happen, and we got to make sure that we have depth in the most important position in the game.
Well, it's not our job to assign players here. Colorado will send us players, but looking at the depth that the Eagles have right now and the Avalanche in goaltending, it looks good.
Yeah, it looks real good. With the depth that they have, you're exactly right. Have any one of those goalies down here from that organization, we're going to be in pretty good shape. So, we saw that they just signed Kevin Carr to a contract. That's great. We know what kind of goaltender he is. They've signed Joe Canada. They've got Martin from their team last year. They signed the other goalie from the KHL. They got their two guys. With just trading for Grubauer, they've got some pretty good goaltending depth in that organization. So if we have any of those guys, I'm pretty happy.
Fans have to be excited about the forwards as well. You get Matt Barrie in a trade last week. You've added a lot of high-scoring, potent forwards here to this roster. We got Caleb Herbert a couple weeks ago, plus what Colorado has up their sleeve.
No, for sure. So, they're going to give us a lot of support up front, some support on the back end and in goaltending position. So, nothing's going to change from their model the last couple seasons. When we can bring guys back, our leading scorer Ryan Walters and Jake Marchment, who had 50 points, and we know Jake's toughness and the way he is in the face-off circle is extremely important. We had Matt Barrie. We all know he's a guy that can score goals and full of lots of speed. And we got Brendan Harms back, and adding a player like Austin Carroll with the 3 years in the American League experience, and the way that he dominated in the Western League. We're looking pretty solid, and being able to attain Caleb Herbert, that was huge for us. He's another guy that is dangerous every single time he's on the ice, and any one of these players can get called up to the American League, and that's why we need to make sure that we have a bunch of depth, and I think that the fans are going to see why we've made some moves this offseason the way we have, and once they see all the players here in training camp, they're going to be pretty excited.
Yeah, and we haven't even hit on the blue line, the defenseman. That looks very solid. It looks like it could be a young group, but you're going to have a productive group back there.
Yeah, it's a young group, but you're also mixed in with some second, third, fourth year guys that have played some pretty important minutes with hockey clubs. So you're definitely going to have some familiar faces back there, both from our team and from Colorado. And then whatever players end up trickling down our way from the Eagles. It's definitely probably the best decor we've put together yet in my 6 years now. So I'm pretty excited about that, and in that you mix in some pretty fabulous goaltending and guys that can put the puck in the net. Should be pretty exciting here.
So the affiliation, the guys you're bringing back, the guys you've signed, the guys Colorado signed, what are you going to be doing and focusing on now until training camp?
We got to make sure that you can put together a good roster and be good on paper. That doesn't mean that you win. So we got to make sure that as a staff here that make sure all our videos in place and our systems are in place, and our off ice activities are in place. We got to make sure that these guys gel immediately, and that we're all here for one reason, that's to win and have success. So when the team wins, individual accolades grow. So we got to make sure everyone understands that and understand that last year is not acceptable, and we need to make sure that we make a statement for this season and put us back on the map.
Tim, thanks for joining us for a late summer update. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Adrian.